Welcome to the lecture series on the computer communication networks. We were discussing the concepts from module 3, that is wireless LANs. In the previous video, we had considered the introduction to the wireless LANs, wherein we considered the distinguishing factors between the wired LANs as well as the wireless LANs. So in this particular video, we'll consider the concepts from the IEEE 802.11 project. Myself, Abhilash KJ, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, will guide you guys through the session. So coming to the contents, so we'll consider IEEE 802.11 project. So in that, we'll consider the concepts from architecture, the MAC sublayer, and the physical sublayer. So in the MAC sublayer, we'll consider the following concepts: the distributed coordination function, abbreviated as DCF, point coordination function, PCF, the frame format and types, and the addressing schemes that is used. And in physical layer, we'll consider the following different standards specific the physical layer specifications. IEEE 802.11 project. It is a specification called by the international body in terms of IEEE 802.11, so which is sometimes called as the wireless Ethernet, so which gives the specifications with respect to the physical as well as the data link layers for having the wireless local area networks. So some countries refers the wireless Ethernet as the Wi-Fi, which is referred as the wireless fidelity, as a synonym for the wireless LANs. So Wi-Fi is a wireless LAN that is certified by the Alliance Party, a global non-profit industry association which has more than 300 member companies, which promotes the growth of the wireless LANs. So we'll discuss the IEEE 802.11 project in the broad headings of the architecture, the MAC sublayer, and the physical layer. So first we will consider is nothing but the representation hierarchy of the devices operating inside any particular network that we are considering. Though in the standard definition of wireless LANs, that is IEEE 802.11, defines two types of the basic services under architecture. One is the basic service set, abbreviated as BSS, and second one is the extended service set, that is ESS. We'll consider each of them separately. So coming to the basic service set, it is the building block of the wireless LANs as per the definitions of IEEE 802.11. So the basic service set is made of the stationary or the mobile wireless stations, and it might have an optional base station in terms of access points. So the BSS without the access point is a standalone network. That means without the fixed infrastructure or the centralized administration, the network establishes the communication among themselves by making use of the wireless network interface cards. So this particular structure, or the BSS, is referred as ad hoc architecture. So as we can clearly see in this particular case, we have the different host with the wireless interface cards or the wireless communicating capability. They are communicating among themselves without any central base station or the central infrastructure. So this particular BSS is called as the ad hoc architecture, where there is no AP. that is access point is present. Sometimes it is also called as a standalone network. The BSS with the access point is referred as the infrastructure BSS. That is the primary difference between an ad hoc architecture as well as the infrastructure BSS. So ad hoc architecture is sometimes referred as infrastructure-less BSS. So this is how the infrastructure BSS will be looking like. So it has once again the wireless enabled hosts. Along with them, they are communicating by making use of the access points in this particular scenario. So this is about the basic service set. It is a collection of the stationary or the mobile wireless stations which are having the optional presence of the control base station, which is called as the access point. So the extended service set is made up of the collection of two or more base stations with the presence of APs, that is access points. In this particular situation, we require an distribution system. Distribution system is one which enables the communication between the multiple BSS, that is basic service sets. So here the distribution system could be a wired one or a wireless one. It comprises of basically the distribution system connects the APs of the multiple BSS. So here 802.11 standard will not restrict the distribution systems. It could be a Ethernet or it could be any wireless system also. But here we have to note that ESS supports use of two types of stations. One is the mobile station and second one is the stationary stations. So the mobile stations are the normal stations that are operating inside the BSS, and the stationary stations are the access point stations that is part of either a wired LAN or a wireless LAN. So this particular example shows the extended service set. As we can clearly see here, this is one BSS. These individual systems shows us the multiple parts of the BSS. So all the BSS must and should have APs, that is access points. These access points are connected together by making use of a distribution system. Here, this distribution system could be a wired one or a wireless one. So the communication between the BSS, whenever the communication is happening inside this particular BSS, there is no need of the AP. On that note, the communication is happening in the wireless medium. When the communication has to happen between two different BSS, then the communication has to happen across the distribution system. Station types. So there are three types of station types that are available. One is the node transition, second one is the BSS transition, and second one is ESS transition, dependent on their mobilities. So the first one, that is node transition mobility stations, are ones which are not moving or they are moving inside only the BSS. The second one is the BSS transition, in which the stations are moving from one BSS, that is basic service set, to the another basic service set, but the communication is confined inside one ESS, that is extended service set. That means the station can move from one BSS to another BSS, but it has to be connected to the single distributed system. So the third case is, or the third station type is ESS transition mobility, which means the station with the ESS transition mobility can move from one extended service set to another extended service set. That means it is moving from one distribution system to another distribution system. But all of these cases, the standard IEEE 802.11 will not guarantee the communication is continuous during the movement. So that's it for this particular video. In this video, we have considered the introduction and the background for wireless local area network standard, that is IEEE 802.11 project, wherein we have considered the architecture part of the wireless LAN in terms of the basic service set BSS and the extended service set, that is ESS, and the need of the distribution systems, as well as the type of the stations that are present in the wireless LANs. So in the coming video lecture, we'll consider the MAC sublayer and the physical layer specifications of IEEE 802.11 project or the wireless LAN. Thank you.